Hey and welcome. So if you're trying to find out exactly what NLP is and how it works, this is the video for you. I'm going to be stripping it right the way back, getting rid of any complicated language so you get a good understanding of what it is and what is possible with it as well. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you're not going to miss out, and we'll dive right in. So what on earth is NLP? It can be very difficult to find that definitive definition because if you speak to a salesperson, they're going to tell you that NLP is brilliant for making sales. If you speak to a therapist, they're going to tell you it's great for building emotional resilience, happiness, success, dealing with trauma. If you speak to an athlete, they're going to tell you it's about peak performance. How can this be possible for all these different people? Well, the truth is NLP isn't one thing. NLP is a model, it's a collection of tools and techniques and ways of using your language to get the results that you want to achieve success in your life. Whatever it is that you do, it's going to help you do it better, more efficiently, and have more of an impact whilst managing your own emotions too. It's kind of like the user manual for the brain. Now, when I was working in NHS services, mental health services, I was working as a therapist and I noticed a gap in the change work that was being offered. Most things were only dealing with the conscious mind and not dealing with the unconscious. And most of the interventions, most of the ways of working with people was focusing on the problem and talking about the problem. When's it at its worst? What symptoms do you experience? And so the brain had no direction. It knew what it didn't want, but it didn't know what it did. The equivalent is like getting in a cab and saying, I don't want to go to the train station, please. Yeah, the taxi driver is going to look at you really strangely. You're not going to get to where you want to go because you're not clear on your destination. But what NLP does is it allows you to be solution focused. It allows you to create a new way of being in your mind, allowing your brain to recreate itself and to create new neurological pathways. How cool is that? And in a moment, I'm going to be talking about the four main areas or categories within NLP. And first off, I wanted to tell you how it started. In the 1970s, two people called John Grinder and Richard Bandler, they decided to get together and ask the question, why do some people excel at some things and other people fail? Really, really interesting question to ask. So they asked all of these people at the top of their field. They asked therapists, they asked trainers, they asked athletes, they asked people that had spontaneously overcome phobias. What do you do on the inside that gets the results out there for you and the people that you work with and around you? And they put it together in a model which became NLP. So that's how it gets started. Now let's talk about the four main areas. One of these four main areas is the Milton Model. Now the Milton Model is modeled off of Milton Erickson, who was a really famous hypnotherapist. And this is a set of language patterns and ways of communicating that you can tap into your unconscious resources. It's a way of using your language to be able to let that land with somebody, to be able to create altered states in people and for them to be able to shift into different ways of being. And it doesn't matter whether you're talking to somebody at the bus stop or whether you're talking to somebody at work and you'll want to share your message or you want to help them change their state. The Milton Model language patterns allow you to do that. And it allows people to go into altered states and bypass all of that conscious critical nonsense that we have and embed change deep in the unconscious mind. How cool is that? The second thing is the meta model, which is the opposite of the Milton model. The meta model is all about asking conscious questions, getting the brain to dig really deep to find out what is underlying the problem. It's very good at exposing people's limiting beliefs so that you can get to the heart of the issue, because everybody's going around in a trance-like state, right? Everybody goes into autopilot with their driving, with their work, all these things. And problems can be due to being in autopilot unconscious mode. So what the meta model does is it digs down deep into actually what is going on. It gives you the perfect questions to ask to interrupt someone's limiting beliefs or the way that they're thinking really quickly and efficiently. You don't want to use it too much because you can rub people up the wrong way, but it's really good when you plant that perfect question that opens up someone's neurology. Very, very cool. And the third element of NLP is all of the change tools and techniques. Now, lots of techniques have been developed with NLP, and these range from things from dealing with trauma to getting rid of phobias, to accessing states of confidence and empowerment on demand, to being able to manage your energy, how to resolve inner conflict, how to form your goals really well in your mind, how to create success, and lots of success strategies that go along with it. And it gets you to know how you work, how you interact with the world, and change it. using these rapid change tools, techniques. And these are the things that were really missing from the therapy world when I first started in it. And lots of people say, I wish I could get these results for my clients, or I wish I could get these results for my team. But it's through rapid change techniques and dealing with the unconscious through the Milton Model, etc., that you're really going to get the effects in your life. And the fourth thing I think NLP really stands for is great communication. And it teaches you lots of different communication models, one of which it teaches you how you respond to life, how you filter and process information, and how you communicate internally to you, your internal dialogue that you use, the pictures and the movies that you play in your mind, the feelings that you generate. These are all inner communications and the language of your internal system. But it also teaches you to use your words impactfully, how to really make a difference and an impact, how to build rapport and communicate with different people deeply, how to share your message, how to get what it is that you're trying to say across, and how to enter someone else's world and to be flexible in your language to make sure that what you're saying is resonating with them. And I use this all of the time with all of my clients, and it just makes life easier. It just makes life easier to be able to communicate with ease and make a real impact. So give me a shout in the comments box. Which of those areas do you think is the most interesting to you and you think would be really beneficial? Would it be around Milton Model, which is around the language of trance and embedding change in people's unconscious? Is it around the Meta Model, which is around questions, is around getting to the bottom of things? It's about collapsing out limiting beliefs. Is it around being able to have a whole range of tools and techniques to use, or is it around communication and mastering your language? Let me know in the comments box. I'm really interested to see what appeals to different people, because we're all unique, right? That's the whole point. And when I was working in the NHS, I got known for the guy that did that weird stuff that got the great results. And I was getting referrals from all over the trust and different areas for people that were really stuck. So for me, it really was the starting point on how to master my mind and my emotions to get the results I want, but also to work with people around me, whether that be my clients, whether that be students, whether that be peers, whether that be people I'm collaborating with. It doesn't really matter. It really does help me make that difference. So I've got a question for you. If a miracle happened overnight and everything was just as you'd like it to be, so you woke up and you felt how you wanted to feel, you were able to do whatever you wanted to do, what would you be doing? How would you be spending your time? How would you be feeling? How would you show up and communicate and interact with the world and other people? What would you do that you're not doing now? Because with NLP, as I said, it's solution focused, and part of that is being clear on what it is that you want. Being clear, being able to see that in all of its details, really thinking it through. What will I see? What will I hear? What will I feel? Because with NLP, we always start with the end in mind. And as I said at the beginning, if you tell a taxi driver, I don't want to go to the train station, you won't get very far. So tell your brain what you want. Stop imagining what you don't want to happen and start replacing it with what you do. Okay, because you've got this. Now, if you're interested in learning more about NLP, I love sharing this stuff, and if you head over to nlpclub.co.uk, the link's in the description, loads of cool resources for you, a free workshop you can attend, loads of learnings around NLP and how to manage your mind. Very, very cool. So please do like this video, please do subscribe if you want to get notified when more videos are released. I'm David Williams, coming to you from NLP Club and Simply Clear Coaching. I've been doing this work for the last 15 years and I love it, so passionate about it. And thanks for dropping in, thanks for being interested in NLP, and thanks for being the best you. So I'll see you all very soon. See you later.